Happy Monday, everybody. I know it was a very frustrating Sunday for you to go ahead and try to get your vaccines, but I want to get this out to you as soon as I could. Obviously, on Wednesday, again, another day for us to get vaccines actually administered, we were having our staff meeting, of which I'm supposed to be talking about the ACT. I thought I'd make a recording to kind of go over it because some of you are probably going to have your vaccines done that night, and I just want to make sure that the information was available to you. This is obviously my dashboard for Canvas. All of you should have been invited at some point last year to the Canvas testing page. You can see my political slant/feelings on testing through my little cartoons. But yet, we are still here to do the best job we can, provide the best opportunity for our students. So here we go, into modules. Please go down and check out the ACT. I have everything shrunken down for that. There's an ACT video. Here's the manuals are on here, the forms, stuff like that. But I'm going to go through all this with you as we get talking. By the end of this, what I need you to definitely do is to go through is the staff Google form to acknowledge, sign their testing agreement. This will look like this when you click on it, and it will provide you with your email address. Well, you'll provide us with that, your name. And then here's the test agreement that you used to sign. All you're doing here is saying that I agree, and then we'll have that recorded. You already did this on Public School Works. We did include the ACT video, which is here for your enjoyment. Get the popcorn out, it gets pretty exciting. So make sure you're able to do that. Back to the Canvas page, obviously the ACT video is here, and then of course my presentation is here for which you can take a look at. I'm going to kind of fly through this because you're going to go ahead and look at this. Just so you know, my son is a junior at Grove City High School, so he will be taking the ACT at the same time. So I am not allowed to have access to the test booklets when put those in the binders or in the bins, excuse me, and then when you bring them back for us. Mr. Belk will be helping me out. Obviously, you know, Cynthia is not in school. Steve can help. Andrew is in the same boat that I am, so Michelle will be helping out. So be patient with us. We're going to do the pickup like we did for PSAT. We're going to do that in the auditorium. That'll be your pickup, and your drop-off will be there. Obviously, this is a state-mandated test. You know that. It's a great opportunity for our kids. Even for this cohort of 2022, which would be the last group of where they can score high enough to make it a remediation-free score, which would then exempt them from the 18-point requirement on end-of-course tests. So that's kind of going on. I left this in here from before. Obviously, we're looking for people of integrity. That includes you, Mr. Tuttle. Hopefully, you can meet this particular standard. But we go through all this. This is a lot of fluff that is in here about the facilities. I did want to point this out. This has not changed. It's on page 6-7 in the standard manual, but make sure our room is set up correctly. Make sure students are facing the correct direction. Make sure they can see a clock as best they can. Make sure that is done. We do not do this for you. We ask that the person who owns that room go ahead and space that out. And honestly, where we are right now, we will not have moved the rooms back yet. We should be okay. They should be spaced out because of our COVID protocols. So make sure that is done. Roles and responsibilities of you, the proctors. Obviously, we want you to be able to work together. I put the video on here again. When we do our staff assignments, we try to spread it out. Hopefully this is correct. I shared this with you before. You'll get a chance to look at it again when you see the email. These two people here, Ms. Kentner and Ms. Edifal, they are what we consider the gurus of that space. So Ms. Kentner will be the voice in the LC1. Obviously, we have the different spaces in there. She will be on the loudspeaker reading the directions to all the other groups. And then within these spaces like LC1B, we have two folks in there. You will be in charge of handing out the test, answer documents, the test booklets, doing the seating charts, doing all the things that need to be done. You'll take care of that. And Ms. Edifal is going to run it in the West Cafe, where we have the same type of spaces with double them up, and that should work. We are putting 30 people, Mr. Campbell and Mr. Chandler, in the gym. There'll be one student per table, and that's how we're going to run that space. Everything else is kind of the same. I highlighted all the people in orange here, and I emailed you because I knew the vaccine was coming out, and I knew this was going to be an issue with the February 23rd and how this worked out. Obviously, I had no idea we were going to have the glitches that we had as I make this today for people to be able to get in there. Also on here, besides that, is the not only room assignments, but then of course the student rosters. And of course you just click on this and it will take you to here, and the student rosters are labeled on there so you can see the students that are assigned to your particular space. You'll see standard and you'll see SPED, and then of course we do have a handful of sophomores taking the PSAT 10 in a separate room that will be on there. A couple things, and I'll try to talk about these obviously at the meeting on Wednesday, but please watch the video. It does a better job than I would do of explaining what needs to be done in those rooms. Couple things, we are not giving you a cheat sheet, so please, 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 please take a look at the script so that you know what you're reading. That way it just runs smoothly with the kids. I had to do that when I gave the PSAT for makeups on the 26th, and I was able to go ahead and practice, and that made it a whole lot smoother for myself and the students taking the test. Verbal instructions, just like I said, make sure you read those ahead of time. There's a lot of other stuff in here, but make sure you go in order. Remember, there's 4 parts to the test. You'll take the English and then the math, and there's a 15-minute mandatory break that is given for kids on standard time, and then followed by reading and science. Just follow the procedures. Students who get extended time, just follow your script within the ACT Proctor manual, and you'll be able to go through and see that. Students are going to be doing their non-testing information online, but there is a piece that we have to do. It's the demographic piece. And for those who are in standard rooms, that demographic stuff starts on page 27. You'll do steps 1 through 8. And then you'll go to page 46 for the test, where it starts the standard script for the test. But they gotta get through, and they have to, and it says right on the deal that all answer documents, even those with a barcode label, which all of ours should have, must have blocks A through G completed for scores to be reported. That applies to both kids taking standard and those taking those accommodated tests. Those with accommodations, your demographic information starts on page 34 in your manual, and then you'll have to go to the right area for your particular script, so make sure you're doing that. We're doing vaccines after the test. We should be done, like always, right around noon for standard time. Usually extended time, you're done about 1:30 or so, and then we'll have stuff done for those of you who are into double time and the triple time rooms. We'll have that laid out for you. Those kids are probably going to be allowed to take 2 tests, and we're going to have to figure out how to give them a proctor for the remaining day for the next day. So I wanted you guys to have an opportunity to take a look at all that and see it. Please go to this particular page in my Canvas, or my Canvas page within your dashboard. Make sure you take a look. It is all there for you. Try to get a heads up, take a look at stuff, and then I'll try to be able to answer any questions you might have when it comes to doing this on Wednesday, and I'll go over the cell phones. We just need the cell phones turned completely off, stationed in the back of the room. That's going to be the plan this year, and I'll readdress that again with you on Wednesday. Appreciate everybody. Thank you.